afternoon.
Hello.
Can we just get the latest team news that you've got, and in particular Leandro Trossard?
Yeah, with Leo, there is another test today. We have to see how he's feeling. He doesn't look much, so we still have a few hours, and we have to wait and see.
So there's a potential chance he could be available?
It is a potential chance, yeah.
You welcome back Martinelli and Odegaard and Madueke during the week. You did mention earlier on this week that you were hoping to get a behind closed doors game for Gabriel Jesus and some of the others. We understand this happened yesterday. Can you confirm that happened? Who was involved, and if they're in contention for Sunday?
Yeah, it did happen. So Gabi participated, Ethan as well, because he wanted some minutes. So we took that opportunity, obviously, for the players that they need a bit of exposure and competition to provide that to them, and it was very positive.
With regard to Victor and Kai, and there's one more, it's completely slipped my mind. Anyone?
Big Gabi?
Big Gabi.
Sorry, we know about Gabi.
Yeah.
Are any of those available, or how are they progressing?
Yeah, we have another day tomorrow, so let's see how everybody's tomorrow.
You described your players after the Bayern Munich game as immense. Have they surprised you in any way with how they performed and their mentality and their character, particularly in light of the injuries that you've had so far?
Not that they surprised me, but after you have to be able to perform in the manner that they did individually throughout a long periods of the game against that opponent, and that's very, very difficult to do. And I just said that that's the way I felt about the players, how I feel about the players, and now it's about finding again the same consistency on Sunday to go and win again.
I wonder if you'd heard Joshua Kimmich's comments after the game. He said Arsenal rely on set pieces, they love to play long balls. Today was not so much about football. What do you think when you hear stuff like that? Do you care? Do you use it as fuel or motivation, or just ignore it? No,
but I think the way we both teams play, I think the game they play against PSG was very similar when everything becomes man-to-man, and the way they are with their fullbacks, the way we do what we did in terms of rotation, they create a game that are very low sequences of passes, so I know what he's saying, so that's fine. It's part of the game. I think the game is provoked in the manner that both plays games, so it's very understandable.
Arsenal seem to like this fixture in recent years. The last 7 games, Arsenal have won 5 and drawn 2 against Chelsea. What is it about this fixture that seems to bring the best out of you and your players?
I don't know. Obviously, it's a big game. It's a big London derby. We're going to play a really, really good opponent. They are in really good form. And yeah, we know the challenge. We know the opportunity that we have as well on Sunday. So we are fully ready for it.
If you speak to Chelsea, they seem to play down their chances of potentially challenging for the title. How do you view them? Are they title challengers? Are they your main threat?
Well, I think we are all there, and they are there because they fully deserve what they are, what they have done in the last few years. I think the squad that they assembled, the numbers that they have, the amount of quality, the manager and the coaching staff that they have, it makes sense that what is happening there is very, very positive, and they deserve to be there.
Final one from me, Mikel. This time last week, you were looking ahead to the North London derby, Bayern Munich and Chelsea. You've successfully negotiated the first 2 of those tests. How big a statement would it be, and how big a statement of a week would it be if you were to go to Stamford Bridge and win?
Yeah, those statements, we're talking about them every 3 days. So after beating the Spurs at home, then we had to make the statements again by Munich. We've done that, and now we have to go to the next one. That's where we are. We knew the importance of the week. Not only that, what is coming afterwards, after 3 days, is going to be exactly the same. Nothing is going to change, but we are super motivated for the game.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jake from the Premier League.
Hi.
Hi.
If you do win on Sunday, though, how will you keep a lid on expectations?
We don't talk about it's not a lead or no lead. I think we need to understand basically what we have to do to be better than the opponent, to have the chance to win. And if we are able to accomplish that, we'll be to do the same in the next game. Nothing was going to change.
And on Sunday, Pierre Hincapié obviously played against Tottenham, then you had Mosquera playing midweek. Did Hincapie do enough to keep his place in the Premier League team last week?
They both have obviously a really good possibility. Piero is played as a left back as well, which is another option that we have in relation to the opponent, the game, the state that the players are in. Miles as well is obviously a very good option that we have there. Keep using everybody and making them feel that they are connected with the team.
And just lastly, I know you said Chelsea deserve to be where they are. They always like to play down their potential role in being in the title fight. Does that surprise you?
I don't know. That's a question for them, I think.
Okay. Ian, Talksport.
Hi Mikel, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
The Premier League leaders and team that are going really well in Europe, yourself against the world champions in Chelsea. Is this the biggest game of the season so far?
We always have the same question, you know. I understand. For us, it is because it's the next game, and we just live in the present and making the best possible preparation to try to be better than them and win the game.
I know you don't like talking about opposition players, and you've obviously had lots of very good young players coming through here at Arsenal. You've seen lots of very good young players come through with you when you were at Barcelona. Can you give me an idea of how exciting Esteval looks for Chelsea compared to all the players you'd have known at 17, 18?
I don't want to talk individually. When you look at the players that they have, the squad that they have, the quality that they have in those forward positions is immense, and they've done that really well. They have recruited over the years top talent, and it's not a coincidence where they are.
It seems that the youngsters these days, because you've had Miles Lewis, Skelly, Ethan, Max Down coming on for appearances this year, they've got Esteval. It seems youngsters these days, they're not fazed by anything. Years ago, you wouldn't be throwing in 17, 18-year-olds into this kind of high-profile game. Now it seems that they relish it more.
Yeah, well, I think that relies on the individual and his personality, his character, and his ability to cope with that context and the pressure that comes with it. And yeah, I think it's a really positive thing.
And I know you don't like to talk about opposition players, or indeed highlighting just one of your own team, but I would like to, if I can, in Declan Rice. Are we looking at a, if not this year, maybe next year, a Ballon d'Or winner?
I hope so. That would mean that we have won a lot, and because normally it goes very much related. Again, I think he was immense today. I think he's been immense since the start of the season, and it's an incredible and crucial play for us.
Simon, you understand?
Mikel, I know Big Gabby was going to have a scan on Wednesday to try and get a timeline on that. Have you got any more details on it? Because the sort of fear was he might not play again until January.
Yeah, not yet. I think he's evolving really, really well. We have to wait for that scan a little bit longer to be more precise in terms of the timings. But I'm quite confident that, especially the way Gavi takes every injury and the way he's going to push everybody, that is not going to be that long.
So you might get him back before the end of the year.
I don't know. We have to wait and see.
And just on Gabriel Jesus, now that he's had that behind closed doors game, is he ready to return to the first team squad, or do you want to arrange another friendly for maybe to get some more minutes away from that?
We have to see. Obviously, he's been out 11 months, and you need that progression. You need to see how his body, Danny, reacts, and what else does he need. The players that we have available as well. It has to make sense to have the right balance in the squad. So, the good thing it's very, very close at the moment.
Tom Pogba.
Hi Mikel, you've played Mikel Merino a lot at centre forward this season, and you've admitted obviously he's not naturally a centre forward and he's had to play that role. Have you learned anything from him playing that role that's perhaps changed the way you think about the position when the likes of Kai and Victor come back into that position?
Yeah, we did learn that last season, because that's where we had to play long periods without a nine, and yeah, he brings other things to the table. I think his intelligence, the way he competes, the way he masters a lot of the things that are crucial for us in any player. He's got them, and then he's a real threat. The night again, he could have scored 2 goals. He was involved in many positive actions, and his work rate was unbelievable again.
And Gabriel Martinelli, who came on and scored, naturally has a very good record against Chelsea and has enjoyed some really good nights there. In your thinking, when you pick a team, how much does a player's specific record against a certain club come into your mind when picking an 11?
Not necessarily. I think we look more about the state of that player in the moment. What happened 6 months ago, a year ago, is not that relevant. There are experiences, there are connections within the team that, in my opinion, are more important than that. And yeah, very happy. What Gavi did again the other night, it was superb.
Okay, last couple of minutes live. James, please.
Mikel, you said the other day that Gyökeres and Havertz would have repeat scans. Did they come back clear?
Clear, not yet, but they are getting closer and closer. So we are very positive with both of them, and let's see.
But just on Victor, I mean, obviously there was so much focus about signing a striker in the summer and a lot of fanfare when he came in. Is he so important to you that when he is fit, he comes straight back into the lineup, or is the way the team's playing at the moment make it sort of more complicated?
Well, the good thing is that now we found another option. Because we liked 3 different options. The first 3 probably that we had in mind at the start of the season. But that's a really good learning as well from all of us, especially for me, to understand that, with other players, with other connections, with other ways of doing things, we can still be very, very efficient.
Does it help him then that the team's done so well without him, or does it leave him with a bit of a point to prove?
No, I think it's very positive. I think everybody wants, okay, we lost a player, 2, 3, we lost at some point 6 players in the front line, and the team continue to win and be very, very efficient. So I think that's very positive. And now what we have to prove is, okay, once we have everybody back, we're going to be still as good or hopefully better.
Just last one from me. In March, when you played Chelsea afterwards, you said they were the best attacking team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still?
Yeah, they were. Well, the sample now this season is a little bit early in the season, so it's difficult to say, but it's one of the teams that I enjoy the most watching, and they have a lot of fluidity, they have a lot of threat, they have a lot of individual talent, they are very clear what they want to do, and that's why they are very tough.
What's on this side?
Hi, Mikel. Just on Gabriel Jesus, you mentioned he's very close at the minute. Would you need to see him play multiple of those internal games before you want to throw him in for the first team, or does this festive period where there are so many games midweek kind of help, bridge that gap?
Yes, what we see every single day, how he's reacting to the change as well that he had in load, and then he needs to get into the chemistry of the team, understanding the things on match time, which are very different to anything that you try to replicate in train, obviously, and those gaps, try to make them as short as possible.
When he first joined, I think he really connected the team really well, and the team now, from when he got injured, is even very different in the past 11 months. So has he been able to build those connections well on the training pitch?
Yes, well, it's been always one of Gavi's quality, the capacity to relate and connect and make other players around him better. And he still has that, and now he needs to find a way to do it with, as you mentioned as well, some very new players.
And over the last 2-3 years, I think there's been moments where I think you can see the team going to another level within a game. So one of the first ones that sticks in my mind was the Liverpool game where Martinelli scored after a minute, and that seemed like a real mental shift in the team. And the Bayern game in midweek felt similar. I was just wondering if you kind of felt that and what you took from that game in terms of a mental kind of state.
Well, obviously it brings certainty, security, and really positive energy every time you beat top opponents. When we did in the derby, it helped to generate that momentum and that belief for the next game. We did it against Bayern, and now we have to carry that against Chelsea. But it's just on the moment for the next day, and we have to use it in the right way.